We want to head back to a jittery Chris Wragge in Joplin, Missouri for the first day of school.
I still have those nightmares about being in school and not studied for the final, but that's neither here nor there. We want to talk about some good news here in Joplin. So many kids are so excited about today. They're going back to school 87 days after that massive tornado basically decimated over 1/3 of this city. Now, of the 7,700 public school students here in Joplin, over 4,500 of them were affected in some way by the storm. So this is an emotional milestone for so many kids. Yesterday I had the chance to sit down with some juniors and seniors that will now call this their high school home for their junior and senior years.
A lot of us grew up here. A lot of us were born and raised in Joplin, and so it's definitely heartbreaking to see the town that you've lived in your entire life destroyed.
All I could think about was, are my friends and family safe?
Who's alive and who's dead?
There were no street signs. You couldn't tell where you were.
Trying to get to my family's house was almost impossible.
It was something out of a movie, basically.
Just the screams and cries as you're driving through town, trying to find your way.
Everything was police sanctioned. We couldn't get past anywhere. The traffic was crazy.
And it was like devastation. You could hear screams and cries.
The biggest question that I ask myself is, what do I do next? What can I do? I'm one person. I can't do anything about this. It destroyed our town.
But they've managed to pull everything together in just 3 months, and pretty excited to see how it's going to work out.
And it's also kind of exciting to come to something new that you've never been to, and it's at the mall, so that's kind of cool. And it is a sense of normalcy to get back to see your friends and start your teachers and get back to classes.
I didn't believe that in a few months that they would have a school big enough for all of us to come to. And even though it's just half of us, it's still going to be new.
I mean, I was expecting to go to our old high school for the last year, and now we're here at a different school, and we have to get used to a whole different school, and it's a lot of change.
Go to basketball games and plays and hang out in your classes and stuff, and you're not going to get that in this facility, but it's going to be a big adjustment, but it's working out for the better.
Just staying positive is the key, I think, to help us all move on and grow stronger together.
Then you come here and it helps you move on.
We're doing great, better than anyone would have ever expected. I mean, we've definitely pulled together as a community and shown the entire world what we're made of.
And joining us now is Superintendent of Joplin Schools, Dr. C.J. Huff. C.J., good to see you.
Good to see you, thank you.
Just from what you can hear from the students right there, these kids are dying to get back to school. Usually you don't hear those terms, kids dying to get back to school. Well, how important was it for these doors to be open?
Very important. I mean, obviously we cut our school year short this last year by 12 days, and they didn't have the closure they needed to say goodbye to their friends and their teachers. And getting everybody back together again in these schools and giving them the opportunity to reconnect with their teachers and their friends, I think is really important for us.
What can they expect when they walk through these doors?
You know, we had our open house last night, and today those kids that weren't able to make it to that, I think just amazement. You know, every time I walk in, you just feel really good about what we've accomplished, and the facility looks great, and I'm just really excited to get the day kicked off today.
This is going to be tough, though, for these kids because their high school, the school that they were used to going to the last couple of years and where they look forward to graduating from, that high school has basically just been wiped off the surface. I mean, the destruction there, I took a drive by it yesterday, is still massive, and it's going to be years before that can be rebuilt. How different is it going to be for these kids, the adjustment period?
You know, one of the things we talked about early on in this whole process is how can we make sure our juniors and seniors, when they graduate from this facility, feel like they're a Joplin Eagle. And we worked really hard to, we say, eagle it up. Yeah. And we eagled up this facility. We made sure that the logo's everywhere, and just a really good spirit about this particular facility, and excited about the kids getting here. The kids are excited, the parents are excited, so I'm looking forward to a great year.
You've had so much support from not only all over the country, but all over the world. Mm-hmm. The United Arab Emirates donated over $500,000. Every kid that comes here is going to get a laptop computer, and they're going to get a backpack today, so they'll have all their school supplies. How important was it for them to feel as though, okay, this is not just a makeshift high school, this is your home here?
It is, and we've been talking about the one-to-one initiative now for 3 years, and to have the opportunity to finally roll that out is exciting, and I think very important too to continue to show progress in spite of our circumstances, and to continue to move forward in a positive direction.
And it's been an unbelievable process. In less than 3 months, this thing is fully operational and ready to go for these kids.
We've been waiting for this day for a long time. We're excited.
That's good, and I know the kids we talked to were excited too. The one thing, Jeff, that you'll see a lot of yesterday when we were here, a lot of high fives in the hallways. These kids are ready to go back to school. CJ, best of luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you again, and continued success here. This looks like quite the operation in a short period of time.